Here are 10 more true narrative stories of important ships that sank in British waters. 1. The sinking of HMS Royal George, 1782, anchored off Spithead near Portsmouth. HMS Royal George, one of the largest warships of her time, was undergoing routine repairs. But as the crew heeled her over for maintenance, the ship tipped too far. Seawater rushed in just minutes she rolled and sank. Over 900 lives were lost, including women and children visiting family on board. It was one of the worst naval disasters in British history. 2. The wreck of the SS Schiller, 1875. The luxury liner Schiller was en route from New York to Hamburg when dense fog blanketed the Isles of Scilly. Misjudging his position, the captain steered too close to land. The ship struck rocks and broke apart. Panic, language barriers, and crashing waves led to 335 deaths. Only 37 survived. The tragedy shocked Europe and led to better foghorn and lighthouse systems around Britain. 3. The loss of HMS G9, 1917. In a cruel twist of war, HMS G9, a British submarine, mistook HMS Pasley, a British destroyer, for a German U-boat and fired a torpedo. The torpedo missed, but Pasley, unaware of who fired, rammed the sub in retaliation. G9 sank with 24 men aboard. Only one man survived. A tragic case of mistaken identity in the chaos of WWII. 4. The wreck of the MV Derbyshire, 1980. Though not a warship, the MV Derbyshire was the largest British ship ever lost at sea. Bound for Japan with a load of iron ore, she vanished during a typhoon south of Japan. It wasn't until years later that her wreck was found over 13,000 feet deep, proving that structural flaws had doomed her. All 44 crew members were lost, many from the UK. It led to sweeping changes in ship design regulations. 5. The doomed final voyage of the SS London, 1866. The SS London, an emigrant ship headed for Australia, was overloaded with cargo and coal. In the Bay of Biscay, she was caught in a violent storm. Water flooded the boilers and the ship lost power. She went down with over 220 people. Only 19 survived. The public outcry forced stricter safety regulations on passenger ships leaving British ports. The tragedy of HMS Glorious, 1940. HMS Glorious was fleeing Norway during WWII when she was caught by German battleships Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. With no air cover and her guns silent, Glorious was quickly reduced to a burning hulk. Over 1,200 men died. The Royal Navy never fully explained why the carrier was alone and unprotected, fueling decades of controversy. 7. The torpedoing of the RMS Leinster, 1918. As World War I drew to a close, the mail ship RMS Leinster departed from Ireland to Britain carrying civilians, soldiers, and crew. A German U-boat torpedoed her in the Irish Sea. She sank within minutes. 501 people died, making it the deadliest civilian maritime disaster in British waters during WWII. 8. The sinking of HMS Invincible, 1916. At the Battle of Jutland, HMS Invincible was part of a mighty British fleet. But one direct hit caused her magazine to explode, splitting the battlecruiser in two. The ship sank almost instantly, taking over 1,000 men with her. Only 6 survived. Her wreck still lies in the North Sea. A silent tomb to one of WWII's most devastating moments. The collision of HMS Victoria, 1893. In a bizarre peacetime tragedy, 2 Royal Navy battleships collided during fleet exercises off Lebanon. HMS Victoria was struck by HMS Camperdown due to a misinterpreted order. The Victoria capsized and sank in 15 minutes with 358 crew, including Vice Admiral Sir George Tryon. The disaster embarrassed the Royal Navy and exposed dangerous flaws in naval command. 10. The explosion of HMS Bulwark, 1914. Moored at Sheerness on the River Medway, HMS Bulwark was preparing for action in WWII. But on the morning of November 26th, a sudden internal explosion ripped her apart. Witnesses saw a flash and then silence. Men were killed. It was one of Britain's worst homefront naval disasters. Later, it was blamed on faulty ammunition storage. Subscribe to Lost at Sea for more true shipwreck stories, survival tales, and maritime mysteries every week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to never miss a voyage into history. Out there, it's just you and the ocean. Stay curious, stay cautious. See you in the next tale from the deep.